Hi, everyone. Good to see you again. Monica Dina Hupperts of Whole Heart Energy Healing. Welcome to day 26 of your Stairway to Sovereignty, Forgoing Fears for Freedom. We're talking about that dreaded F word, fear. We're facing it and tossing it out on its rear. It's intended to get our attention, a messenger. Yet, once it has your attention, feeling the fear is no longer helpful. In fact, it's quite harmful. It's now time to take action in a different direction instead of staying up in its tight grip. We're taking on a challenge to recognize how fears in our thoughts, ideas, attitudes, and our beliefs can negatively control how we think, act, and feel. We're making fear work for us instead of against us. Instead of shooting the messengers, we're paying attention to the message so we can course correct and carry on. Well, yesterday's fear had to do with feeling sad, depressed, and low, especially when they compare themselves to others. People were feeling defeated and missing out. We learned a relatively new term called FOMO, which is fear of missing out. An updated version of Keeping Up with the Joneses, which was very popular in the mid to late 1900s. With the introduction of the internet and then social media coming right into our homes, modern day people could now see what fabulous lifestyles their neighbors far and wide were enjoying. Keeping up with this trend meant getting ridiculously addicted to knowing what was happening on social media. And like any addiction, highs and lows ensued. A gradual weaning off and getting on board more real-life action helps to turn fear out on its ear. Today's fear focuses on quite the opposite side of the spectrum. Instead of wanting to be in the know, this fear deals with not wanting to know, or see, or face what might be below the surface. Today's fear topic is called, What's That Bubbling Up? When people hear of healers, their immediate reaction is usually one of three ways: fear, curiosity, or belief in some or many aspects of it. If your first reaction is one of fear, then it's usually derived from a fear of the unknown. Coupled with this fear is often a learned response to cast out or avoid things that you don't have any previous experience with, or you may have heard about negative implications to do with that thing. This fear can be culturally ingrained, or it can be inherited as well through our DNA. You may be wondering what you might discover through healing, what you may have to face. I had attended several expos where a hypnotist named Wayne Lee was doing his act. He explained that when he's out and is introduced to new people, that it wasn't uncommon for some to shield their heads with their hands while jokingly saying, "I don't want to be hypnotized. I don't want you to read my mind." Well, Wayne would suppress the eye roll response and assure them that he was not going to do that or even think of doing that in a social situation. He's just out with his friends, enjoying their time together. It was quite evident that these people had a fear of what might happen. Often, people don't want to be controlled, but this type of reaction shows their fear in full color. The truth is that we won't see something until we're ready, and we won't do anything until we're ready to do so. During his act, Wayne calls many people up on the stage and weeds out those not ready to participate in the fun. The end result is that of a handful of people left up on stage. They are the ones ready to play an imagined instrument, say a particular phrase, or do something that's suggested. I was one of those people left up on stage, and the only woman too. I guess I wasn't tied to a fear of being made a fool. See, I've seen how Wayne treated his group, and it was always with fun and respect. One of the things I was suggested to do was to move my hands from his back to his bum and give it a pinch. Well, that wasn't something I would normally do, and yet I found my arm moving independently of my mind towards his hiney. My own sense of who I am was able to kick in, though, and I was able to comply with his request in a way that I was comfortable with. I ended up grabbing the air, making the motion of grabbing his bum. My sister and my gal pal who were in the audience were shocked and amused that I went that far, and we all had a great giggle for about this many months to come. The point of the story is that you won't do something you're not ready to do, and you won't see anything you're not ready to see. Your ego wants to protect you and throws up that inner conflict to protect you from a fall, be it a fall from grace, a fall from your norms, or a fall into a perceived trap where you'll be forced to do something you might not want to do at that point in time. You may also have a fear of what will surface that you've been suppressing and blocking from coming to mind. Or you may have a fear of having to admit just how screwed up your life has been. It's not been screwed up, but you may fear it is. To release this pattern of thinking, you can turn inward to gain insights, realizations, and epiphanies that help you see the opposite. You are not damaged goods. Ordeals happen, and through fear, you're holding on to them. Yet you can actually release them. Remind yourself that this fear is just a thought pattern that can be interrupted, softened, and ultimately not believed anymore. Try it out. Trapped emotions are the root cause of emotional blocks that get stuck inside of you as a result of you feeling an intense emotion. They can become trapped during a traumatic or emotional difficult situation, or become a learned response from when you were young. I hope you realize that emotional healing is a process that requires a number of skills. You will need to take some control over your attention. Also the ability to be present with the process, which may include looking at some of the emotions you discover and the willingness to release them in some fashion. There are many ways available to help you with this process, and I hope you find a few ways to help you along your healing journey. If you're still overcome by this fear, book a session with me, and together we'll kick your fear out on its rear with restorative techniques to help you heal. You deserve a more balanced, fear-free, and happier life. I have courses that will make healing and achieving your goals faster, easier, and more efficient. Message me for more information. I hope that you're supported during this quest and can find someone to go along with you on your journey. Let's do this together. Together is better. Use the link below called Getting to Know You, and we'll explore what you want to achieve in life and move forward into a happier way of being. I will be broadcasting on this topic of fear for 5 more days, and then I'm going to concentrate my efforts on providing wonderful insights and instruction on my new course called Whole Harmonized Healing. This will be the beta version, which will be available for a greatly reduced amount. Get yourself on the waiting list, and I'll message you in February about the details. I'll provide a link below as well. Hey, and I'm holding a contest with prizes of an hour of free healing for the top participants. Who doesn't want to win a prize? Good luck. The link will also be posted below. I'd love to hear your feedback, so comment or share this video to those that you care about and to show that you also care about the content. Thanks so much. Monica Diener Hupperts of Whole Heart Energy Healing. This has been day 26 of your Stairway to Sovereignty, Foregoing Fears for Freedom, where I'm gifting you with pertinent information so you can get a new year, a new decade, and a new you off to a freeing, and abundant new start. Cheers to your success, all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.